Hello and welcome to this late afternoon taste challenge. I have, sorry, still coughing a little bit. I have two 40% alcohol brandies, and one is from France and one is it's Italian brandy and it's bottled in the United States. This is Hartley V.S.O.P, pretty common product, kind of a mainline product. You see it around with E&J, Paul Masson, Christian Brothers. Introduced in 1943, Hartley V.S.O.P is made with what does it say? Made with imported brandy, and there's the Italian flag. Brandy with natural flavors and caramel color. Now they used to say made with an Italian brandy. Now that it just says imported. Did they do that so they can bring in brandy from other countries, and then if they get in trouble, they can say, we never said it was from Italy. We just put an Italian flag there. We thought it was pretty. I don't know if they get away with that. That's pretty, that would be pretty shady. But anyway, bought this at Winn-Dixie. They had it on sale. It was like $8.99, I think. It was a good price. Winn-Dixie's leaving Louisiana next year or even this year, so can't be talking about them anymore. I hope they sell their store to some good new company. I mean, new for us. I'm going to try to find Hartley on the Winn-Dixie website. They've had their store here since 1958. That's the sickening part about it. And I go there all the time. I mean, I'm always in that store buying stuff. They have great deals. Here is Montmartre Extra Fine Napoleon Grape Brandy. Brandy can be made from grapes, apples, peaches, blackberries, but usually it's made from grapes. And it gets a color from being aged in oak barrels, or maybe they add caramel color to it. Imported by Maison Ferrand, a famous cognac company. But most of these big companies make some inexpensive brands, and they probably have some French brandy operations outside of the cognac region. Has a real cork. Real cork. But it tastes like chocolate liqueur. When I smelled it and tasted it, it tastes like they put the wrong product in the bottle. I'm not kidding about this. It's pretty much wrecked all my taste challenges in this series because I think they mixed up the bottles. They probably put a brandy chocolate liqueur, because they probably make a chocolate brandy liqueur, which is probably not even sold in the United States. And they probably bottled the wrong stuff and they sent it over here and it was too late and they never noticed it, but I did. Okay, Hartley. I've had this so many times. When I started my channel, I did Hartley brand. Oh, Hartley VS. They used to have something around here called Hartley VS. I thought it was very sad. Or I would have called it very suspect. And I gave it a C, average, but that was being generous. That suddenly disappeared. Then I started finding Hartley brandy. It just said Hartley brandy. Okay. This one is a lot paler, the Hartley. Could they be adding caramel coloring? Well, they could be, but it is a V.S.O.P, which means it's aged around 4 to 6 years. So you'd probably pick up some coloring from the oak. This one is very dark, like a chocolate liqueur. So then the Hartley V disappeared abruptly, and it was a little bit better. It wasn't as grim as the VS. Then, as fast as that happened, in another snap, then the V.S.O.P started showing up. And that's all I ever see now. So it's like they went from the VS, which was just bad, I mean, it wasn't definitely bad, but it was definitely not good. I'll say, like, that's why I gave it a C. It was a wreck. But But man, when they came out with the V.S.O.P, I thought they did a much better job on it. Well, a little bit better job at least. Trying to find on Winn-Dixie website if they have. They don't sell a lot of brandy. They sell a little bit. Courvoisier, Deusay, Hennessy, E&J, Saint-Remy, Paul Masson, Christian Brothers. Well, basically, oh, no Hartley in. Looks like they dropped it. Well, they might just not have it in stock in my town right now. Because one thing about their website is kind of good in a way. If they don't have it in stock, they won't feature it on the website. You can't order it online because they won't feature it. They won't even show it. Not feature. They won't show it. On the other hand, they could just put a thing saying not in stock, or out of stock. That would be helpful. But if they're going to close down or sell it, they said they're selling all the stores. I don't know about closing, but like I say, I hope it's a good company that buys it. It's only half a mile away. I mean, I could walk to it in 10 minutes. Liquor enthusiast says, good evening. Good evening to you. Okay. Thanks for watching. So this is not going to be a challenge. Your thoughts on Cointreau, Ron? It's an orange liqueur, right? I haven't ever had it. But I have had Grand Gala from Sazerac. And I liked it, it tasted good to me, so I probably would like it. But to drink orange juice, I could live without that. But an orange liqueur, I like them, but I thought the Jameson orange was really mighty fine, And wasn't there a Jameson orange, yeah. John Mallory, mug of beer and a thumbs up. Thank you. I already drank my beer for today. I drank natural ice and I drank atomic pumpkin. One natural ice, one atomic pumpkin, and not together. Smells like chocolate. Smells like brandy with natural flavorings. You can't smell the caramel color. That's odorless and colorless. But it smells like natural flavorings. What would the flavorings be? Well, like vanilla or some butterscotch or something. Yeah, you see, if you read the government website, ttb.gov, might be shut down right now. They said they're allowed to add flavoring to brandy and flavoring and coloring to brandy, and they don't have to put it on the label. Label disclosure required. No. But they can put it on the label. They're not required to. So Sazerac, they're just saying. I like I like that about Sazerac. They'll just tell you natural flavors, caramel coloring. They're telling you right there. We're putting it on there. If you want to buy it, buy it. If you don't, there's a lot of other alcohol. I mean, there's a lot of other liquor enthusiasts who will buy it. Cheers to you, Michael. Clinking the mugs. Okay. Do I ever see Hartley brandy at liquor stores? Yes. And grocery stores. Do I ever see it at restaurants? No. Do I see it at bar and grill? No. Do I see it at convenience stores? Yes. So I see it at convenience stores, grocery stores, and the few liquor stores that we have in Louisiana. Otherwise, I never hear anybody talk about it. I never see anybody buying it. I never see anybody drinking it. But on the other hand, like I said, if it's in stock all the time, obviously it has a following. My local store, Mathern's, does not sell it. Walmart does not sell it. Cash Saver probably sells it, although I haven't researched their brandy selection. Walmart, and Winn-Dixie did have it in stock, but maybe they dropped it. But if they're, like I said, if they're shutting down operations, they'll probably one by one cut everything out till the new owner, hopefully, new owner comes in and restocks it with whatever they want. Yes, I'm hoping it's Rouse's because they got a lot of interesting products. In other words, they carry a lot of stuff other people don't carry. But they might be reticent to come here because a town with 28,000 people, and you have Walmart grocery store, their marketplace, whatever, it's a grocery store. Then Mathern's, Cash Saver, that's 3 right there. And Winn-Dixie, that's 4, which is leaving, the original one. I don't know how many full-size grocery stores a 28,000 population can sustain. I wouldn't think it's too many. They opened that DG Market on the east side of town. DG Market is like a smaller grocery store, but they pitiful. Their stock, whoever owns that needs I don't think they're all corporate owned. Can't you get a franchise? But it's a joke. I go in there and I'm like, nah, they don't even sell beer or wine. I can go to Dollar General regular store and get as much as that place. It's not. We used to have Red and White. That was a nice independent grocery store, I have to admit. When the new people took it over, they ruined it. Not at first, but eventually. All right, taste time. Cheers. Now, am I worried about the grocery store changes here? I'm not worried about it. I would just like to see, I really would like to see nothing change, honestly, but I can't control that. John says, Jay, what is the alcohol by volume on natural ice? Oh, it's 5.9. You drink a Budweiser, 5%. 5.9. Yeah, it's a little strong. It's a good deal stronger, actually. But the calories are lower than Budweiser. That's the bizarre thing about it. It's got higher alcohol and lower calories. The best of both possible worlds, if you look at it that way. But this tastes like a chocolate liqueur. Now let's go to Hartley. Now, why do they call it Hartley? I don't know. I don't know who Hartley was. Don't know the connection to Italy. It is strange that it was started in 1943 by some independent company that it's no longer in existence. I was looking at the trademark data earlier. It's strange that it was started in 1943. That was the year the United States invaded Italy. There could be some connection there. I just don't know. Maybe they got the liquor cheap or something. I don't know. But it's been continuous production for 82 years. This much I know. I did look online and see a photo of V.S.O.P. Hartley bottled and bond. True story. Hartley brandy bottled in bond, but I've never seen that in the store. John, both are great beers. I'm on high life today, says Michael. Thumbs up to you. This tastes like grapes. Grape skins, Italian grapes, German grapes, French grapes, Canadian grapes, New York grapes, California grapes. I don't know what's better, what's worse. Are they the same? To me, they all taste the same. This is me. I'm not an expert. I drink, if I taste California wine or other people's wine, they kind of like all taste the same, except for the Concord wine from New York. Now, the Concord grapes do taste unusual because they taste like Welch's grape jelly. Or even the private label, Food Club, Surefine, Best Choice, Always Save, grape jelly. It's made from, or Great Value, it's made from Concord grapes, which grow in New York. And they have an unusual Well, I mean, now if you want to just approximate the flavor, it tastes like grape jelly. Like if you think of just what does grape jelly taste like, that's what the wine tastes like. But actually, I think the wine came before the jelly. I think the wine came back from the Dutch settlers in the 1600s, and they started making wine. They didn't really like the wine. They didn't like the grapes in New York. They were like, these grapes is bad. These grapes is bad. But they didn't live in the Netherlands anymore. They lived in, they weren't in Holland. They were in New York State. So they just said, well, we're not in Holland. We're here in New Amsterdam or New Netherlands. So, we're going to make the wine from the inferior grapes. And they made a big industry out of it. So if you like wine that tastes like grape jelly, go buy some Manischewitz or some Mogen David or MD 2020 grape wine. That's another one made from the Concord grapes. I'm trying to think of some others. I'm forgetting one. But they all taste about the same. Oh, Wild Irish Rose. Thank you. Thank you, memory. Wild Irish Rose, another one. Yep, man. Oh, Manischewitz. All right. It's just like they took brandy. It tastes like golden raisins and grape skins and maybe grape leaves. It's like the same old thing. They always taste the same. I'm telling you, you get E&J, even Corbel. Corbel's a little more elevated, but they still generally the same. E&J, Corbel, Christian Brothers, Paul Masson, Hartley. They all taste like golden raisins. Those sun-made golden raisins. And this one tastes like they add a little vanilla to it. Now, I noticed that Heaven Hill, maybe under pressure, because maybe Sazerac was like, well, we put it on our label, but y'all are phony, so you don't want to put it on your label. So they might have said, oh, yeah, we're authentic too. Because if you notice the newer labels, notice this. Could be pressure from them. Go to the store now, liquor store, probably where you live. Here it's the grocery store. But look at E&J Gallo, E&J brandy, and look at Christian Brothers brandy, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And Paul Masson, but they made by Sazerac now. Sazerac bought Paul Masson. But every one of those that I just named, if you look carefully now, they don't highlight it. It's like underneath. You got to really look. Every one of those will say brandy with natural flavors. Brandy with natural flavors. Brandy with natural flavors. But 10 years ago, none of them said it. But maybe they got some pressure from the U.S. government, even though they technically weren't required to put it. Maybe they were like, well, you might want to put that on there. We're not saying you have to, but you may not really want us poking around into your record books. And they're like, yeah, we're gonna start putting that on a label, man. You know what I mean? Jay, you ever try Macallan whiskey? I think I tasted it once and I loved it. I do plan to buy some. So stay tuned. Might be 2039, but stay tuned. State store. Oh, you have the state store. Oh, yeah. Oh, that sounds, that does not sound like my bag of tea, my cup of tea. I know Iowa, Virginia, North Carolina, guess Pennsylvania, New Hampshire. Commonwealth state. Yeah, they have these state liquor stores. And you can only buy liquor from the government. But In other states, Louisiana, for instance, there's private. Florida is private. But Mississippi and Alabama is control states. They're private. They have private liquor stores, but they're control states. They don't set the prices. The prices are set by the state. So every liquor store in Alabama and Mississippi, whatever's on sale, every store will have the same sale price. I don't know about the distribution or as far as ordering the products, but like say if you go to Meridian, Mississippi and buy E&J Gallo and it's $11.99, and you go to Biloxi, Mississippi, and what's that town in Mississippi? Let's say South Haven. It's going to be $11.99 in every town. And if they put it on sale for $9.99, it's going to be $9.99 in every town. It's called a control state. In Delaware, also no sales tax. Oh, okay. Thumbs up. Delaware charges a 6% recycling fee on beer, though. Oh, sounds great. We don't have those kind of fees, so I'm not familiar with that kind of stuff. All right, back to this. I'll never buy liquor in Alabama for the rest of my life. I went there and I bought a bottle, a small bottle. It was $4. It rang up. It was $9 or $8.85. Now in Louisiana, a $4 bottle would ring up to $4.40. It would ring up $4.40. That's it. I went to Alabama. It was like $9. I start looking at all these. I start looking at the receipt. It's like this tax, that tax, control board tax. I'm like, I said, you got me once. I said, you got me once, but you ain't getting me twice. My daughter says when she comes to Louisiana on a trip, she'll load up because she's not buying it. But I mean, now she just does, but she usually will bring stuff back. But you can't have too much because they say you smuggling, apparently you're smuggling. This tastes like chocolate. I like chocolate. I have a chocolate whiskey in my fridge if you want to see what it is. I like chocolate. I like milk chocolate. It tastes like a blend of milk chocolate and dark chocolate. It seems like there's brandy underneath. So I think it's a brandy chocolate liqueur and they poured it in the wrong bottle. I don't even have to look at I'll look at the label just to, keep it legitimate, but I don't have to. There it is. Montmartre. Letter M, Montmartre. Montmartre. I'm going to do one more challenge tomorrow because it's the last brandy I have in my collection. But I mean, I shouldn't do it because it's a joke. I think I literally went to Total Wine & More and they sold me a brandy, but it's actually chocolate liqueur in the bottle. So of course I got everyone right. I got every challenge right. I'm 100% correct. But no one's going to confuse. Yeah, not going to confuse that. No one's going to confuse chocolate with grapes. No one on earth is going to say, "Oh, that's grape juice. I thought it was chocolate milk." No one's going to say that. Hartley. They've improved it. I mean, they've definitely improved it. I mean, that thing was a train wreck 15 years ago. Oh, Lord. The thing was so rugged, so ratchet, whatever they used to say. Oh, that thing was a mess. It was grim. That's what I always say. The thing is grim. This thing is grim. I hear the cat. Yes, another cat. A rescue from the car wash. She's behind that bookshelf. She's hiding. It's funny though because she's supposed to be terrified of me, but I didn't do anything. I said, "Go where you want. I don't care." So I'm in here going through my videos, trying to catch up with my video reviews, and I can hear something crawling on something and crawling behind the bookshelf. I said, I know it ain't a rat. It's the cat in the hat. But she got no hat. And I look, I got my flashlight and I look, she's looking up from the bookshelf, behind the bookshelf. I said, I don't know why you chose to go behind there, but she knew I was in the room, so she wanted to be in here with me, knowing that I'm here, you see. It seemed like she'd be starving by now. She hadn't eaten since this morning, but I don't know. You know, these cats are weird. But anyway, John Mallory says they make these tall boys so tall now, 25 ounces, they might as well go 30 ounces in honor of Lincoln. Yeah. Stovepipes, laughing out loud. Yeah, they're going whole hog with those things. Anheuser-Busch got the 25-ounce cans. Most of your craft beer companies got your 19.2 ounce. Miller got your 32-ounce quarts for like Milwaukee's Best Ice, which I like. They've got the 25.4 ounce cans, which is the same as this bottle, same size as this bottle. 750 milliliters of Foster's Ale, Foster's Lager, Foster's Ale. All right, so final assessment of Hartley. Well, they've definitely improved it. Because when I first got it, and it was the VS, forget it. I wouldn't give that to anybody, and I would never buy it. But it disappeared. Then they came out with Hartley Brandy, just Hartley Brandy. That's what it said on the label, Hartley Brandy. They didn't say what, VS, V.S.O.P, XO, nothing. But I only saw that for like a year. That wasn't bad. I have a video, it's posted. It wasn't bad. Not great, not terrible. Then this started showing up. Might have been around, but I wasn't seeing it. But anyway, they had the V.S.O.P, which typically is age 4 to 6 years. She's climbing all around. I think she's about to get up on that table. Come on out. Come on. And do they make a Hartley bottle and bond still? I know they made it in the past. I saw the bottle online. I doubt it, but maybe. Do they make an XO, extra old? I doubt it. Hartley's kind of a budget brand. It is a budget brand, but you know, as soon as I said they ain't making it, they'll make it. Do they make flavored brandies? Many. They make citrus, red berry. Get out from underneath those cans before you knock my cans over. She's trying to knock my cans over. They make let's see, what do they make? Hartley apple. They make apple. They make maybe the whipped cream. Well, oh, they make honey. I think honey and what's a common what's that common like spiced cinnamon yeah, so they make a lot of flavored Hartley brandies, and you'll see them around. They make a lot of flavored Parmesans. You'll see them around. All right. Okay, let's see. So the winner, obviously, is Hartley Brandy. Nothing great, but it's on par with E&J, Parmesan, Christian Brothers. My friend David tried it. He liked it. Just think of this whiskey made from grapes. Montmartre, it's fine, but I think they put, like I said, I think they put the wrong product in the bottle. It tastes like a chocolate liqueur. I like chocolate, but that's not what I was buying. So that's bizarre. All right, so let's see. Okay, I'm not going to mention those comments. That's getting a little dodgy. But so tomorrow I have one last brandy, which is very rare. It's called Hervé. Hervé means battle ready. It's the French word for Harvey, but apparently if your name's Harvey, it means battle ready, ready for battle. Strange, huh? But I found that 4 years ago. Still have a little bit left. Got a great deal, $8.99, and It's not going to be a challenge. If you skip it, I wouldn't take it offensive. Then we're going to rum. Get ready for rum. You get ready for rum, rum, rum. I've got a gold rum. It's called Kings Bay. Some of you people that live around Albertsons, corporation stores, Bond, Shaw's, Jewel Osco, Albertsons itself. Well, there's so many. You'll know about Kings Bay. I think it's mostly sold there. Kings Bay rum. That's coming into play. All right, y'all take care. Bye-bye. Now we go and watch Major League Baseball. Will the Dodgers go up 2-1? Will Toronto go up 2-1? Or you say, I'm watching Monday Night Football. Another good option, I guess. The Washington Redskins. I think they use an alias name today. I'm not. Something about being in command or something. I don't know. Some stupid name. All right. Well, we're going to see about the Redskins tonight. 8:15 Eastern Time.